Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your timeless intuitive reading. If this message resonates or you find it helpful, then it's for you. So I was tuning into your energy just a moment ago to prepare for this reading, and I picked up on a few different things. In terms of elemental energies coming forward to support you right now, I heard yarrow, lemon, the energy of bird, no bird in particular, it's just bird energy, pyrite, turquoise, and then I also saw the angel number 666. Now, when I tuned into your energy itself, I was picking up a sense of confusion. It's almost as if you're conflicted about something. And then I asked, what are you confused or conflicted about? And I heard you're confused about yourself. You're feeling lack of clarity about yourself, your truth, your wants, your needs, something about yourself. So I was sitting with that for a little bit and exploring it, and I was picking up on what you really need to do right now. The challenge for you is to release resistance to feeling confused. Because it's not just that you're unsure. It's not just that you're feeling lack of clarity about something. It's that you are resisting it. You are resisting feeling confused and conflicted. You are resisting the fact that there's lack of clarity. And so it's actually perpetuating it, making it worse. Now, I know being confused and conflicted is a really uncomfortable experience, but the more you resist it, the more it will persist. So the question then came to me, just as a mental exercise. I am not implying anything by this question. This is simply a mental exercise to help you start releasing resistance to feeling confused. The question came up, what if you knew, hypothetically, what if you knew that you would feel this sense of confusion about yourself for the rest of your life? You won't, but what if you knew that you would? What would that change? What would you do differently? I think you would start to have a different relationship to the experience of confusion. You might interact with it a little bit differently, right? Something to think about. All right, let's jump right into the cards, okay? So I already pulled one oracle card for you to represent the theme of this reading, or like the main message that you need to hear. And you got cleanse. So clearly, you're being invited by the universe to do some kind of cleansing. This could be cleansing of your physical space, your home or your workspace, or this could also just be energetic hygiene. Do whatever you feel called to do what you resonate with. I think by cleansing yourself and or your space, you might find that some of this confusion dissipates, or at the very least, you might find it easier to sit with the experience of confusion. Okay, so there's all kinds of ways to cleanse. There's all kinds of ways to engage with energetic hygiene, sacred smoke, rituals, visualizations. I mean, the list is endless. So whatever you feel called to do in terms of cleansing is very important right now. All right, let's go into the tarot. So, what is the primary experience that Pisces is moving through? What's the primary experience that Pisces is moving through? Ooh, Ooh, the Empress. Beautiful. I think it's almost like maybe the confusion is that you can feel that something wants to move through you. You can feel that you want to create something, but you're not sure what. Or for some reason you can't quite attune to what that is. I'm going to ask you this question because for a long time I did not have this understanding. And when I finally did understand this thing I'm about to share with you, it changed my life forever. And it's the whole reason why I have this YouTube channel. For a really long time, I asked myself the question, what do I want to create? What do I want to create? What do I want to do? And thinking about it in that way was incredibly frustrating. And it just led me in circles. It really ultimately got me nowhere. And I realized what I needed to do rather than trying to think about what I want to create. I just need to let myself exist, right? Like just be me and every day just let myself do what I feel drawn to do and just let that be enough. And from that space, from that embodiment where I just let myself exist with no agenda, I then had the capacity to start tuning into what wants to come through me because I was just being me with no agenda. I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just existing. And in this incredible spaciousness, I then woke up to the question, what does life want to create through me? What wants to come through me? It's a subtle shift, but it's completely different from what do I feel like doing? What do I feel like creating? So play around with the question, what does life want to create through me? Because you are in a relationship with the universe. You're in a relationship with life. It's not just you and you alone in a vacuum. You're in a relationship with life. So have a conversation with life. Can you be so attuned to the energies that you can sense life wants you to be a conduit for something? What is that thing, right? I hope that all makes sense. It's a subtle perspective shift that it changed my life, you know, so I think it could change yours too. Because the Empress is pure creation energy. She is pregnant in this picture. I don't know if you can see that. She's in the process of birthing something. So you are in the process of birthing something, or something wants to come through you, but you're not like fully connected to it. Tell me more about this Empress. Tell me more about the Empress, please. Tell me more about the Empress, please. Seven of Swords. Ooh. Seven of Swords. I'm hearing you're looking in the wrong place. It's like I just also saw an orb. I don't think I've ever mentioned this on my channel before, but I do see orbs. Like literally, not with my third eye, like physically outside of me, I see spirit beings, and I just saw one flash right past me. Think you're when I said, yeah, you're looking in the wrong place. That's when I saw the orb. You're looking in the wrong place. Yes. You're only going to find clarity to your confusion when you're focused on your connection to source, your personal connection to source, to God, to the divine, to life, to the universe. whatever word you prefer, right? Your primary relationship is to yourself and to the divine through you. That's it. That connection is where all clarity exists. So the Seven of Swords is saying it's almost like you're unconsciously, you don't know that you're doing this, unconsciously deceiving yourself or distracting yourself by looking in the wrong places for clarity that can only come from right right here, you know? Okay. What's the primary challenge that Pisces is facing? What is the primary challenge that Pisces is facing? Eight of Pentacles. Oh, Eight of Pentacles. Oof. Ugh. Oh, there's just this heavy burden, this feeling of heavy burden and toil. I'm hearing the word toil. I think you just feel weighed down by the, let's say, the practical responsibilities of life, right? Yeah. I think whatever work you're doing, you're not, you may not enjoy whatever work you're doing, like your literal job. You may not like it, you may not feel inspired by it, connected to it. But at the very least, I'm just going to channel right through it. Okay, the challenge is you feel like you have to toil away on the outside when all forces in the universe are trying to turn you inside. Right. It's like life is just very distracting. There's so much to do, there's so much responsibility, practical matters you have to attend to. It feels like you don't have the time or the bandwidth to really just like be with yourself. Be with yourself. Okay. But at the bottom of the deck, another eight. So the number eight might mean something to you. We have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords she's not messing around here. She's saying that perception that you don't have enough time and there's too much responsibility in life, etc. That's not true. That's actually just you avoiding being with yourself. Like if you really wanted to make more time to just be with yourself, be with your creativity, sit in connection to the divine, if you really wanted some good quality, sacred alone time, you could make it. You could. That's just what the Eight of Swords is saying. You could. So why are you avoiding doing that? Why are you avoiding just sitting in the silence, that sacred silence of your connection to the divine? Yeah, it's turning me back to the Seven of Swords, which is like avoidance and self-deception. You're telling yourself that you don't have the resources that you need, the time that you need, the bandwidth that you need. But you do. You do. That's what the cards are saying. That's what the cards are saying. So it's avoidance. It's avoidance. Why is Pisces avoiding their own connection to the divine? Why is Pisces I should have taken that card. I just saw the Ten of Wands. And I kept shuffling before I could stop myself, but I did see the Ten of Wands. So that's where cleansing comes in. This is where cleansing comes in. What you need to cleanse away is all responsibility that you've taken on that isn't yours. So it's like you've I'm hearing laden yourself with everybody else's stuff. Drop it. Whatever responsibilities that you can drop them. Cleanse them. Brush them away. Brush them out the door. You can give yourself more time and space. You can. So just acknowledge that. Your primary responsibility is to yourself. But you can't fulfill that responsibility when you've taken on everybody else's stuff, right? What is the advice here? What does Pisces need to know or do? What does Pisces need to know or do? I also just saw 555, which means change and disruption. So maybe you need to shake things up, shake things up a little bit, right? Cause some waves. Or do something different. Do something radically different that shakes the foundation of what has been normal. Ooh, Hanged Man. I love this Hanged Man card because rather than looking at someone hanging upside down, it's like we are the ones hanging upside down. You see that? I love it. Okay, you need to take a break. The Hanged Man is saying that you need to stop. Stop. If you can. Like, obviously, if you need to go to work, you need to go to work. But in any way that you can, the Hanged Man is saying create space for yourself. Create time and space where you have no obligations or as little as physically possible so that you can just be with yourself. Yeah. I'm hearing something about like create an experience for yourself where your perspective is almost forced to be flipped. I don't know how you do that. Maybe go somewhere new. Maybe take a day trip somewhere you've never been before. And I'm connecting this to 555 that I saw before, disruption. Disrupt your norm in whatever way you can, no matter how big or small. It's almost like snap out of the routines that you've created and the habits in some way. Snap out of the normalcy, right? It could be anything. Could be anything. Go someplace new, try something new, talk to someone new. Yeah, disrupt your norm and your perspective will shift all on its own. Any other advice for Pisces? Woo! There it is. Got it. Oh. Wow. Thank you. I love it when this happens. Total validation of everything I just said. Four of Swords. Four of Swords. You've got to take a break. That's exactly what the Four of Swords is saying. Rest before life forces you to. Sounds a little intense, but that's literally what the Four of Swords is saying. You've got to give yourself a timeout. You've got to rest more and create more space in any way you can, even if physically you're not resting. You have to create some kind of mental rest, like mentally rest. And maybe the only way to create mental rest for yourself where you're not like obsessively fixated on trying to not be confused like maybe the only way to create this mental spaciousness is by disrupting the norm. You know, I just keep coming back to this feeling of like going someplace, physically, literally going someplace you've never gone before. Go on a trip. Do something radically new, radically different. right? That will almost like it's like pattern disruption. You have to cause pattern disruption in your own mind to break this focus on like resisting confusion. I hope that that makes sense. I mean, when I channel, I entrain with the energy I'm channeling, and so to some degree, I feel a little confused. but but hopefully this all made sense, and at the very least gives you some food for thought, or a direction to start walking in. Okay. All right, Pisces. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.